Calculus 1 students. We're in section 3.1, which actually is on our chapter 2 test though. And here's the question. Find the equation of the tangent line. Find the equation of the tangent line to this function at that point. To the function f of x equals x squared at the point 3, 9, which is on that function. So there's a picture of the function. It's a parabola. There's the point 3, 9 right there. If they said to draw the tangent line, I'm done. I'm finished. There it is. There's a picture of it. But they didn't say draw it. They wanted the equation. And if I want the equation, you know, that means I need the slope, the y-intercept. Maybe I use the point slope formula. So this is a very popular question. I want you to get good at this question. But to get the slope of the tangent line, the previous video said that's the derivative. And the derivative in section 3.1 is sort of this long limit process. All right, so we're going to do that. But first, I just wanted to take a little shortcut. The rest of chapter 3, this is how you do the derivative. Watch. The function is x squared. The derivative is 2x. You bring this 2 down, you subtract, it's 2x. Derivative is over. I've got to do it the long limit way because I'm in section 3.1 and that's what I expect you to do on a test. But I just took a big shortcut here, which is where we're headed in the rest of chapter 3. This is the derivative. Now what's the derivative? It's a formula, and it tells me the slope of the tangent line at any point. Now remember, I'm at x equals 3. That's the x value. So if I really wanted to finish this problem, I could, I guess. If I plug in a 3, and that means this, f prime of 3, I plug in a 3 and I get 6. This is the slope of my tangent line. This is the slope of the tangent line in general. It's a formula at any x. I need a specific x, like 3, and then I'll plug it in and get a specific slope, like 6. So now I have a slope, I have a point. To get the equation of the line, I tend to do the point slope formula. It goes like this. Y minus the y value, 9, equals the slope times x minus the x value, 3. I distribute, I clean it up. Y minus 9 equals 6x minus 18. What am I going to do? Add 9. Y equals 6x minus 9. That's the equation of this line. That's the equation of the tangent line. What makes this problem a little more difficult, and at first, is there's a long limit process to get to this point. Remember, I did it in one step. That's called the derivative. We'll learn a lot about derivatives the rest of chapter 3, but right now, you know the derivative is this. F prime of x is the limit as delta x goes to 0 of f of x plus delta x minus f of x all over delta x. So I should do this to this function, f of x equals x squared. And when I'm done, that'll be my answer. Let's do it. Here I go. I'm doing the limit as delta x goes to 0. And what this says is it says plug x plus delta x into your function. Okay, I can plug x plus delta x into my function. X plus delta x plugged into my function. Minus the function itself. Okay, minus the function all over delta x. Okay, I just got to do this limit. Right now, if I do this limit, plugging in delta x goes to 0, I think I'll get 0 over 0. If I FOIL it out, cancel some like terms, factor out that delta x, cancel that delta x, I think I'll be able to do the limit. So some algebra. I love algebra. Here we go. The limit as delta x goes to 0. I said I was going to FOIL this out. It's x squared plus 2x delta x. Remember, we treat delta x like it's a separate variable than x. So anyway, when you FOIL a binomial, this is what you get. You get the first one squared, the product of those two doubled, the last guy, the delta x squared, minus this x squared all over delta x. Hey, look at that. This x squared cancels with this x squared. What's left here is this guy and this guy, they both have a delta x. If you factor out a delta x, you're left with 2x plus delta x. I just factored out a delta x all over this delta x. Cancel that delta x. And now do the limit as delta x goes to 0. I don't do the limit while these are here. I cancel those, they're gone. Then I do the limit as delta x goes to 0. This little dude goes to 0, and what's the answer? Ah, 2x. That's the derivative. That is called the derivative. It's called f prime of x. It's a transformation of that original function. That original function got transformed into this thing, this new function. And it's called the derivative. You go through this limit process. Cool, dude. That's fun. Now, I did an easy function, x squared. That's not too bad. You can make it a little bit worse. You can do fractions. You can do square roots. It gets a little trickier, of course. But we practiced a lot of that stuff in chapter 2. So there's some more to say here about chapter 3, but that's pretty good. That's a good question. Find the equation of the tangent line. We found the equation of the tangent line at a certain point. It's like finding the slope of a line and only knowing one point. Usually you have to have 2 points. That was cool.